Peace, everyone. Hotep, Udama Akeyor, Konnichiwa, Ola, Rahubet, Islam, peaceful, respective greetings to everyone. Today, on this series, I Am My Sister's Keeper, I am addressing abortions, and the hypocrites will be addressed. Now, on this series, this is an open panel, so the link is in the description. If you'd like to join me on the panel today, that'd be great. So if you have something you want to say, you want to voice, you want to share on this topic, go ahead and join me on the panel, and we'll hear you out, what you have to say. Now, before we get started, I am going to share my upcoming tour schedule and some highlights of each tour. And I also have a more detailed broadcast coming up on these next two Saturdays. These next two Saturdays, I will be only addressing the events. So if you have any questions that have not yet been addressed and you want to address them during the broadcast, these next two Saturdays, I will be addressing my tour only. So more details for the upcoming tour will be here. Today, though, I am addressing abortions and the hypocrites. And again, if you'd like to join me, the description has the link to join me on the panel to voice your position. So I will first be in Washington, D.C., August 21st, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, September 4th, Columbus, Ohio, September 18th, and Detroit, Michigan on October the 16th. Now, the Washington, D.C. tour actually is my first stop. Here's the flyer. It's called Books, Bikes, Bags, etc. So this is I'm actually going to save it for Saturday. So on this tour, I have been, and I will continue for another week to collect books for the children of the DC area to promote literacy awareness. We will be on bikes. We're renting bikes, and those bikes are available. They are $8. So you bring a card, swipe your card for your $8 bike rental, and we will be riding along the path of a famous writer, and also which includes notable landmarks and one which is named after this writer. And we will donate the books to a designated location. And also, if you like to do anything else, we will do that as well, such as shopping. I know we will be eating lunch, so that's part of the bags, the shopping part of the trip. So you can join me in Washington, D.C., August 21st, Saturday. I know on the 14th, I have a few tickets left. The 14th is the last day that tickets will be available for purchase for the books, bikes, bags, etc. And I will be discussing that more on this Saturday when I go into more details about the events. Also, after that one, I will be in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania with Ramotef Webb for the Neteru Tuatep Astrology Conference 2021. And here is some information here for that event. And we are live. My neighbors have some repairs going on, so you might hear some hammering and things. So I appreciate y'all for working with me through all of that. And so yeah, you'll hear more about this. Let me move this off of Ramotev's head. You'll hear more about this event this coming Saturday. So, okay, Kai Creatress, peace to you, your busy self, you drawing more, that's what's up. I know I'm gonna see it, so I appreciate you sharing. I saw something on your Instagram today. So I saw a little bit. I saw you been on the Michael Jackson thing lately. I know his birthday's coming up, so that's probably what you're prepping for. I know. I see you. All right. So, and the flyers for my other two events will be out, and I'll promote those more after I am complete with my first lecture tour stop. So let me see. And I'll be addressing, so in Columbus, we have the homeschool, unschool, evolution, and in Detroit, I will be going there again to speak on magic as requested. And today, though, we are going to go ahead with this abortions. The hypocrites will be addressed. Now, again, if you like, you can join me here. The description is in the link is in the description. So this is the issue for me. Now, for the record, I'm gonna talk about me for the record right quick. So I have had hold on, y'all. I have had 5 pregnancies. I've been pregnant 5 times. And I also have had 5 live births. And all of those children are still here with me today. And not here, but they are alive. They're breathing. They're around today. So I really, until recently, I've not had a firm decision. I've not had a place on this subject because, for one, I don't even say for 1, 2, 3, or 4. I just never have. I've listened to people's views. I've heard out situations, and I just sat and I was quiet about it. My position today is this. And I'm addressing the hypocrites. So, to me, abortion is a no-no. It's wrong. And abortion is unacceptable. Abortion is unacceptable. And I'm going to say that based on the fact that I've had, I've heard reasons, I've heard excuses. This today is the no excuses zone. This is the no excuses zone. I don't want to hear it. That's going to be my summary today, but I'm going to let y'all know bottom line right now up front. I don't want to hear it. This is the no excuses zone. Now, so in regards to the women's rights, I don't want to hear it. You don't have any rights. That's the whole agenda. It's an agenda. I don't even know where I want to start because I'm feeling some kind of way about this topic lately. And so I'll say for me, it wasn't even never an option. And I don't know, it apparently was my upbringing. It's apparently my environment. In my environment, in my upbringing, abortion don't even exist. It does not exist. So recently, to know some people who say that abortion is an option, I'm like, whoa, are you serious? What did the child do to you? People got their reasons, but I'm like, reasons? Seriously? From my point of view, I've had, and this was the point I was going to make earlier. I forgot, but it's back to me. So I've had my share of broadcasts that have talked about some parts of my life. So, and parts of it included domestic violence. I will not ever take on that victim term or piece. And I've had my share of, I was divorced from my first husband. My daughters was in that marriage, and etc. Just life. You know what I mean? I've lived in shelters with my children, and at least one of them times I was pregnant. I was in a shelter with 2 other children and pregnant. I mean, I've had my ups and downs in life. Abortion was not never a issue. It was not even an option. Like, it didn't even exist until I really started watching TV and hearing people's stories and all this other stuff. I've had life moments. I never once saw that one of my children was in the way, that they would have been an issue, that just push them away and everything in my life will be okay. Everything will remain as planned. Life plans don't always go as planned. If you didn't hear it from nowhere else, if you didn't know before today, I'm going to tell you, life plans suck. It's good to have goals. Plans get you to the goals. In life, you're going to have to make plans, plural, because the original plan a lot of times goes down the drain. You got to start over, or you got to add to it. You got to make adjustments. Again, if you'd like to come on here, talk to me on the panel, the description has the link to come up here and talk to me. Talk to everybody. Now, also, this is where one of the areas that gets me a little heated, and I had to come do this today because I got tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of talking about it, and I'm tired of saying something but not saying something, because it's not my life, but it is my life. There are people, the hypocrites. The hypocrites roll with the Black Lives Matter. The hypocrites roll with police brutality on our children. But these same people who comment and post about police brutality and all this violence in the world, and what's the other, I couldn't even remember earlier neither, where they adrenochrome and what the celebrities are doing. And the celebrities are drinking the children's blood, and celebrities are doing this to the children's, this and that. There are people next door to you in your neighborhood who is killing the children. Who are killing the children. Killing them outright. Abortion, you're killing the child, period. But these same people who get abortions, some of them, the hypocrites, they want to jump up and carry Black Lives Matter signs. But who was around to carry your child's life matter sign? People worrying about what Tom Hanks and Oprah Winfrey and all them doing with the kids and Queen Elizabeth. Okay, what did you do to your child? Why your child ain't here? You worry about, you ain't worried. You false. If you was worried about the life of a child and the child's well-being, your child would be here. There is this saying that all things are divine. So some may look at it as, you know, the baby's not here. I killed the baby. So it's divine. The baby's not supposed to be here. What's divine is you gonna pay for making that decision on that child's life. From my point of view, my perspective, children who not supposed to be here, is divine they are not here, are when miscarriages come into play. For example, children who not supposed to be here, for example, are the ones where when intercourse is taking place and a child is not conceived. Apparently that seed went somewhere else. It didn't come out here to fruition. Those children were not supposed to be here. Not supposed to be here. Hold on, y'all, because my camera doing something, I think it looks like. Okay. Those children, they are not supposed to be here at that time. Those options, those possibilities, not supposed to be here. Now, I'm going to share a few things to support what I say. Again, this is the no excuse zone, so I don't care what nobody says today. I don't care if you agree with me. I mean, it's cool. I don't care if you disagree with me. I mean, it's cool. And so I'm going to say this. I'm just like, I'm going to share some things. And so I heard someone in a broadcast speak on this example. They spoke on doing things for yourself, not having somebody else do it for you. Such as the conversation was about people eating meat and how people, because there was this thing about, I think, a conversation about being vegan, vegan versus eating meat, whatever. And so the saying was, I'm paraphrasing, the people who they talking about used to eat meat back in the day, and some people still do. They go hunt the meat, bring it back to their home. The meat gets cleaned. The meat gets prepared at home, cut, clean, prepared, all of that. Versus today, where most people go to the grocery store, where they didn't kill it there. It was most stores not even cut up there. Clean, prep, all that is a question. You're being lazy, you're shortcutting and half it, and I ain't gonna say the percentage of y'all wouldn't even kill the animal if you had to. Well, it would probably take for you to have to kill it. Like if you were starving, you was out somewhere and you saw the animal, you would then be compelled to kill it so you can eat. But on a daily basis, as much as people going to the grocery store, y'all wouldn't kill the animal. You might go ahead and pull the trigger, but you wouldn't be the one who cut it up, clean it, cut it up, none of that. So my point is this: when it comes to abortions, would you just kill the baby yourself? Like actually pull the baby out, which might be kind of, technical. So you get somebody to assist you to pull the baby out, and you got the instrument that terminates the baby's life. Would you just cut the baby, kill your baby? No. You talk about the white man killing your baby. You talk about the white man shooting in the police uniform, shooting your baby, shooting people's babies, shooting other people's babies while you killing your baby. You want an abortion. Somebody assist you with pulling the baby out. You kill the baby. That should be the law. You kill the baby. How many abortions would take place then? You kill the baby. But no, it's okay when a white man kill your baby then. And I'm going to say the white man, because they're the ones where, I'm just going to say, where abortion come from? Legal, lawful, came from where? Who? Where the laws come from for this land? Where the legalities for this land come from? It's okay then. Now, there are people who's outside abortion clinics and they have their signs and all that good stuff. I'm not talking to them about them. But you people, females, who carry out, who sign the paperwork to get these abortions done, bottom line, the baby was handed to you, terminate it yourself. Pick your instrument of choice. Kill the baby yourself. But no, y'all scared. But that's when the doctor get a go-ahead card. Then they get a pass. And we talking about eugenics today as well. Indiana, which is where I'm at, Indianapolis, Indiana. We talking about that today too. It's in my tabs. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna look at some photos. We're gonna address it. And I'm also have some paperwork from Indiana, one of the clinics in Indiana that where people go get abortions at. Yeah, madness. I just don't get it. And then there's females who have a baby, and then like the next baby, yes, Margaret Sanger. So and then they'll like the next 2, 3 babies, 1, 2, 3 babies, they'll abort them and then have like a baby later. It's okay. Her name gonna come up pretty much sure. If not, people they'll look at, they'll study it. They'll study it. Margaret Sanger. I just don't see. And then people, I also have this thing like this whole women's rights, women's choice, women's this. But then a woman will talk about a man and how a man's not there, how the men are not fit to be fathers, so they go ahead and address it themselves. And they just have the abortions. I'm going to tell y'all a couple reasons why some may feel this way about the men. First of all, I don't know too many states that where the man is included in the decision on the abortion. It's his child, right? He don't have a voice, he don't have a say. But this same a man who walks away from his child is considered a deadbeat. The math, this whole, none of these equations add up to me. You have a child, you abort 1, 2, or 3 after that, but then have children after that. You abort a child, so the child is gone. The father didn't have a choice. And that's okay. But the child is here, and if the father decides to walk away, then he's a criminal, he's a crook, he's a deadbeat, he's XYZ. But the baby here, my first husband, apparently the videos are out there, at least 2 of them. I had baby daddy issues. Husband, ex-husband, baby daddy, whatever you want to call him in the phases. Never would I have considered an abortion. Oh, well, he's a deadbeat. I didn't care. He wasn't all the way a deadbeat, but he got on my damn nerves. But never was I like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have had these kids because he ignorant. The child in both cases don't have anything to do with the other. Nothing. The child did not make y'all lay down, whoever y'all was, is, are. There are circumstances and situations, and I'm not even talking about like rape today. I'm not even addressing rape. I'm addressing those who lay down knowingly, unprotected sex, have a baby, and be like, this don't go in my plans. Nah, baby ain't getting away. I think just gone. Here, doctor. Spread my legs. Here you go, doctor. Take the baby. Get rid of the baby. They got these burial options for the baby, the fetus, the baby when they kill them, take them out. Burial options. How many people actually think they're burying these babies? Unless you follow that child's trail, but people who abort, it's highly unlikely a great percentage of them are following the path of that baby and knowing where the grave is at and knowing that the baby's in the grave. They can give you a grave marker all day. All day. I don't, it's a lot. I don't know. Again, I've never had a position on recently, so I'm pretty much sure anything I need to know, somebody's going to let me know. Somebody gonna tell me. Let me see. So hold on, I'm looking at this, some of this stuff I got. So in the paperwork here in Indiana, at the clinic that I got some paperwork from, they have a whole ad on it says human trafficking, how to report. Human trafficking, the abortion clinic is concerned about human trafficking. Y'all are killing babies. Yeah, the human trafficking is violations of many. Human trafficking is tragedies. But y'all killing babies. Y'all ain't concerned about human trafficking? Seriously? Seriously. It's crazy. And also, they have here where, peace, M-Town Vet, peace, and peace to Charbet as well. Peace to everyone here. Join me again if you'd like to be on the panel with me and discuss any of your viewpoints, your position. The link is in the description to join me here in the studio on the panel. I'd be more than excited to have you here. Gratitude for sharing this information. So apparently here in Indiana, they also have where the mother can have an ultrasound. In the options for ultrasound, there's also two other options. I wish to hear the fetal heart tone. I decline to hear the fetal heart tone. What? Okay, the ultrasound, and you decline to hear. Okay, so those who decline to hear the baby's heart rate is just like cold. That's cold, what they call cold-blooded. That's the heartbeat would be conscious, ringing in your ears. And the baby's heartbeat is faster than our heartbeats, but I'm gonna do the boom, 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 boom. That wouldn't be nothing but consciousness ringing in your ears. You already, I think, must be feeling some kind of way. Because why you can't hear the baby's heartbeat? Because they charge extra for that? No, because you already got conscious issues. You don't even want to be bothered. Because the thought and preparation you took into getting there would be the thought and preparation. You start second guessing yourself. Thing about this clinic and this paperwork right here is the pre-abortion paperwork. So the mother has time to change her mind and take on that option of hearing her baby's heart rate, hearing her baby's first cry, hearing her baby's first laugh, hearing family talk about how beautiful the child is. The children are necessary. When you play with these children's lives, you are yourself signing up. And this, I ain't talking about people in abortions right now. I'm talking about people who play with children's lives. So back to human trafficking, all things that's child abuse, child neglect, you are signing up to get dealt with in life. Period. Um, then they have on here where a parent or guardian, so under 18, and has been emancipated by it. So apparently in Indiana, people under 18, women, girls, females under 18 can have abortions as well. Babies having babies, killing babies. That's acceptable in Indiana. I think what really needs to be addressed, which is pushed under the rug a lot, and y'all know I don't do that push under the rug stuff. Some of these situations, especially when it's children having children, and in these abortion clinics, some of the times it's possibly because some of the times it's definitely because a grown ass motherfucker done touched her. Sometimes it be a little school thing. She got a little boyfriend. They do their thing and have a baby. And back in the day, they used to send you to your auntie house down south. So down south, they send you to your auntie house. Then you come back, nobody knew you had a baby. There's options. Seriously, if you don't want a baby for whatever reason, everybody know these options, but I'm speaking on this today. Why not let somebody in your family take care of the baby? And I ain't gonna say back in the day because they still do it now. What's the big deal about the child living their life? You live your life. And again, I'm not addressing rape today. I'm not addressing rape. I'm addressing the hypocrites who like to jump on the Black Lives Matter bandwagon and who like to jump on the police brutality and the I can't breathe movement and all that other stuff. But they out here killing their own children. That's a whole falsehood. Y'all fake. You're fake. You're fake. But where and when are we addressing really seriously statutory rape? Y'all don't want to talk about that. Y'all don't want to talk about it. But apparently somebody talked about it. It's a law, and these children, these little girls can have abortions. This is crazy. Seriously crazy. This series that I'm on today is called I Am My Sister's Keeper. My sisters need to know they have options, alternatives. Your baby, not only can your family take care of your babies, but there's adoption options. We know adoption processes. I just cannot see a reason. I don't know a reason other than appearances why you just don't carry the baby to term. And if you don't want the baby, let somebody else care for the baby. There are women who can't even have babies. We got sisters out here who's killing babies, and we have sisters out here who can't even have babies. And then there's this whole little whisper in the community of why we don't get along. Why we don't get along? Why we can't build? Why we can't XYZ? Well, part of the reason would be because a good percentage of us aren't here because our mama killed us. We missing some things. And for some of us, it's a moral compass. I am my sister's keeper. Where don't nobody want to talk about it? Y'all don't want to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it. And I've talked, and what I've shared with y'all, what I will share with you today, I've shared with some women recently and some. They don't even want to hear me speak. I left them alone. But seriously, because the baby daddy trash? Because it don't fit in your plans? Oh, the baby daddy wasn't trash when you was laying up with him. You weren't thinking about your plans when you was laying up. These are not women of abuse I'm talking about. They are not victims. They were not raped. They voluntarily laid down. And know the possible outcomes. Because both of them have at least one child already. At least one. This, I don't know, is this a little trend? It's a fad? No, because abortion's been around for a while. And us sisters being keepers of each other has been as well. All things are divine. I'm just here to speak my piece today. It is divine that these women who are making these decisions, it is divine that they live with the consequences. Now, some of the risk of the procedure is risk of infection and hemorrhage, and the potential danger of infertility. Yes, Charbet is speaking from her YouTube channel. Right quick commercial. ShariBerryStudio.com. Go over to her page and look at the art, the creations. We talking about creations today. Go to her website. Look at what creation looks like. There are many forms of creation. There are many forms of destruction. The ability to be in a divine status and nature, to have a child and carry your child to the delivery day is divine. It's an honor. There are women who cannot, and y'all know, the ones who had abortions, y'all know, there's women, because you know, probably know some, who cannot have children. And your destructive self is taking away life. We have the ability to be creators. Everyone does not have that. And you're taking it for granted. And the consequences come to you. Guaranteed. Abortion, regardless of what that damn paperwork say, is not a form of birth control. The child is real. Now, based on this paperwork, because there's all these conversations about when a baby is alive, when a baby is a baby. There is a paragraph in this paperwork that talks about burial arrangements. They bury the dead, which means at one point, which means the baby was alive. You killed it. You killed your baby. The cemeteries are not burying mannequins. The cemeteries are for the dead. So that means, again, the child was alive. So again, I don't vote. I'm not about these lawmakers and stuff. If I was to vote, if I got into the realm of lawmakers and being a part of what law is, the law that I would be a part of would be the law where if you want an abortion, you can get assistance in the pulling the baby out. Kill the baby yourself. You want abortion, do it yourself. There are countries where they limit how many children you can have. Somebody told me a story about recently about in one of these countries, the limit is 2, and a woman had a 3rd baby, and this another side effect. This another potential risk: coma and death. In the country where there was limited 2 children, a lady had another baby, and they took her housing from her. So she's living on the street with 3 children. I'm good with that. Again, like I said, I done lived in shelters. I wouldn't have no problem being wherever I gotta be with my children. They with me, so they all right. They with me, and I'm speaking because me and my children have been through some situations. Anywhere they was with me, they were always at home. Always at home. Period. Yeah, I'm looking at this paperwork before I go to this. And Indiana has a safe haven law. Safe haven law. Safe haven for who? Not the baby. Where the baby's safe haven? Indiana. Mothers because you a mother, you had an abortion, your baby was alive, you a mother. Mothers who aborted in Indiana. Where is the safe haven law for the babies? Oh, they don't need one because they too busy selling the fetuses after y'all give them up. Y'all think they burying these babies. Counseling is available. Counsel them on what? This is from an abortion clinic. You're counseling them on what? All the things you need to do to legally safeguard your ass clinic. You're counseling them on what? This is not the against the anti-abortion clinic. This is an abortion clinic. Only thing you counseling them on again is how to save your ass clinic, legally clinic. I wish you had a sister like me too when you were 14. Not aware of your situation when you were 14. And to think about it every day, I can't imagine. But what I have imagined, I've attempted to imagine, I don't even know how grown-ass women a second time makes me question, like, are they just must be a clone or something. There is no way you are a woman because you're going to think about it every day. That's my fault. I ain't been through it. I'm just saying. There have been things in my life that I think about from time to time. I couldn't imagine, not based on my moral compass, killing my child. Actually, from time to time, I've had as a parent, there are no instructions with these children. It's built in. But sometimes we stumble. And I had a hiccup or two with a child or two of mine. And I think about that from time to time. I think if it was me, I'm thinking right now, I would think about what gender my child was that I killed. What they look like running around in the house with other family members' kids, or at family reunions, or like the part of the family tree where that branch is not there any longer. You done took off a whole damn branch of your family tree. You talking about it now, and that's great. So you're not scared. Don't claim that. You are strong enough to talk about it. You're not the only one who's listening to me, but you're the only one who's speaking on it. You are strong. Strength is you. And you are 14. There's grown ass women out here who won't have nothing to say. Talk about it. Talk about it. Continue to talk about it. Peace to Ramotef Queb. Peace. Thank you for joining us today. Now, again, this is a reminder for me. Ramotef Queb is a fellow creator of I Am My Sister's Keeper. He provides the masculine energy in the continuance of this series. From Ramotef's idea, his mind, this is an open panel series. So if you like to come up here and speak, not up here like I'm on stage or something. If you like to come on the panel in the studio and speak, and you get a split screen over here next to me, and you can talk and everything, the description has the link where you can do that. So join me up here, and that'd be great. Now, moving forward. I am going to, and y'all know what? I actually was going to, for at least a year now, it's been my intention to go downtown Indianapolis and do a broadcast live from the history, the site that holds the history, a clip, a snippet of the history of eugenics in Indiana. And it is right outside, I ain't say our, ain't lying, claiming that, right outside of Indiana's state government centers. So it's behind the state building, and there's two government centers. There's a government north and south. And so this sign that I'm gonna show y'all is north of the government center building. And based on weather and timing and other things, I didn't get to it. Today I'm gonna share it, and I actually will probably follow up with the part 2 of this live from that site. It's just downtown. It's like 15 minutes from here, 15 minutes south of where I'm at. This just creates some sadness for me. disposition of aborted fetus certification. This form documents the decision, your decision concerning the final disposition of the aborted fetus. Why? Funeral home or crematorium? Again, I don't care what nobody say. These fetuses are supposedly going into a cemetery. Again, they only bury the dead in the cemeteries. So the baby was alive. Baby, that's life right there. Just baby. That word alone means life. It means existence. It means here. You took the baby from here. Then they want to give you some fake ass disposition burial options. Anyway, I am moving on to this. We're gonna look at some images. Indiana abortion, eugenics. Now, right now, again, directly, I am addressing the hypocrites of abortion. So I'm speaking to the females who've had an abortion, and I'm speaking to them that have had an abortion and want to jump on the Black Lives Matter bandwagon. You've had an abortion and you want to jump on the I can't breathe movement. Any of that. Again, I'm addressing those who had an abortion and want to jump on the adrenochrome stories and what the celebrities are doing. I'm addressing those people right now. Now, I had a video before, and I talked about recently how we need to take care of what we have already. Don't be reactive, be proactive. Do not. So this is where we at now. With the stories of eugenics, people cried, people had their theories, they had their positions on sterilization of women. Now, there's a variety of women there. This series is called I Am My Sister's Keeper. So I'm speaking about my sisters today. Today, I don't care about no other women, no other females. I'm speaking about my sisters today. That's what this series is for. I am my sister's keeper. We had sisters who were sterilized. They were, by the state, claimed to be mentally incompetent and some other things. These women were able to have children. This ability was taken from them forcefully. And then we got sisters today who are willingly opening up their legs. Because in this community, we always talk about opening up how we need to close our legs. When it comes to once you are pregnant, you need to close your legs. Don't open your legs on no abortion table. I don't hear that flowing through our households in our communities. I hear keep your legs closed. Don't be running around having sex. Okay. How about let's talk about all you pregnant? Keep your legs closed. Abortion, keep your legs closed. Don't go open your legs on no abortion table. Keep your legs closed. Can we start saying that in our households? Could we? We would. We should. Let's do it. Let's do it. The eugenics project was created for women of color. So now they have abortion rights. Just a continuance of madness. We better look at these images right quick. All right, so we have here the 1907 Indiana eugenics law. And I'm going to share this and we're going to look at it, read it. The Indiana Supreme Court ruled 1907. And this is continuing from the other side. So this is the back side, part 2 of this sign that is downtown Indianapolis right now. Indiana Supreme Court ruled 1907 law unconstitutional 1921, citing denial of due process under 14th Amendment. 1927 law reinstated sterilization, adding court appeals. Approximately 2,500 total in state custody were sterilized. Governor Otis R. Bowen approved repeal of all sterilization laws. 1974. By 1977, related restrictive marriage laws repealed. Right quick, personal. I was born in 1974. I'm feeling some kind of way. Back to these images. Good daggone. All right. Cops continue from the other side. All right. Here goes the front side. By late 1800s, hold up. IU, quit playing with me. 1907. By late 1800s. Oh, y'all don't want to? It's okay. It's all right. We can see. As a matter of fact, hold up. Enlarge. Zoom. 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 Are you going the opposite way? Hold up. Either way. Y'all got Google. Y'all roll with me. Y'all roll with me. By late 1800s, Indiana authorities believe criminality, mental problems, and pauperism were hereditary. Okay. Various laws were enacted based on this belief. In 1907, Governor J. Frank Hanley approved first state eugenics law, making sterilization mandatory for certain individuals in state custody. Sterilizations halted 1909 by Governor Thomas R. Marshall. And so then present day, Karmic Dynasty is addressing women, females having abortions. When there was a time that they outright sterilized our women based on things like, if one of your family members was a criminal, that means you a criminal. Oh, that's the reason why we just gonna sterilize you. We're gonna work on population control. Then we got these heifers today who are signing up to assist them in population control. Again, part of the reason why we can't do or we can't build as a people is in part because some of our people ain't here because the mothers killed them. There are some names that went through here. Margaret Sanger was one of them. White. She white. White people. These governors, and they talking about white. Will come in, get you out your household because one of your family members was a criminal, and sterilize you. But these tramps today are helping them. These women who they took they went against their will. They did not consent for the state to just take away their rights and ability to have children. Just snatched them up, cut up their parts, reproductive parts, brutalized them. That's rape to me. That's a violation of our ability to create. That's a divine right. These females want to talk about their rights. You have a divine right to create life, to bring forth this life. And you're responsible for that life. If the responsibility lays in the hands of having a family member take care of your baby, but you were born, you came here with divine rights. And there are women who this right was taken from them because a family member was a criminal. And based on the treatment of our people, my sisters, that was probably a false, falsely charged. So they could falsely charge your brother with a crime. Then go to your house and snatch you up and sterilize you. Can't have no babies. Some of us sisters plan to have big families. We plan to sit on the porch with our grandchildren. We plan to watch our daughters and our sons go to prom. Some of us plan on having them be a doctor, a lawyer, a business person. Some of us plan on having children so they can take over the family business. Some of us plan on having children so they can carry the family name. So while there are women out here who's cutting off that branch of the family tree, branch gone. The possibilities that come from that branch, you just giving it up. You're just killing it. You killed that branch of the tree. And back in the day, they used to come and cut the branch off. They used to just take the branch by sterilizing our sisters. Or if you were deemed mentally incompetent, or somebody in your family, because it's hereditary according to them. So they'll say that your aunt got a problem. Your aunt ain't mentally there. Lock her up in a mental hospital. Come snatch your ass up and put you on the table and cut you up. Can't have no babies. And today we got women, females, who voluntarily, no, they the ones with the mental issues to me. You having abortions, you got a mental issue. And again, I ain't talking about rape. I ain't talking about women who been raped. That's a whole nother area, and if I ain't been raped, it seemed like a sensitive topic, because on top of that, you having a baby out, that seems sensitive. I ain't touching it. I'm talking to these hypocrites who jump on these Black Lives Matter movements. George Floyd and them can't breathe, watching and sharing and talking shit on the white men killed another black man video, killed another black person video. Well, you would do that because you have a mental issue. But back in the day, it could be just a family member. As a matter of fact, while I'm talking to y'all, some of y'all who got having these abortions, some of your sisters, your family members were the one who got sterilized. They went through that. They suffered. And you out here willingly giving it up. You're willingly giving it up, which is another household term. She just giving it up. Won't keep them legs close. Keep your legs close. Don't go and give it up. Don't go give up your ability, your divine right to have children. And they also, pauperism, that's like you poor. That's another way to say you poor. And with the setup of the welfare system, it was easy to deem a whole lot of us poor. Yeah, poor would be hereditary because they set up the system for that to exist. So you didn't climb out the projects, which is another area they created. If you didn't climb out the poor areas, they come snatch you up. Sterilize you. No babies for you. Seinfeld, no soup for you. No babies for you. So after looking at our community sisters back in those days, after looking at the communities of that time, after we single out criminals in our families, mental problems in our families, all decided by them, and pauperism decided by them. When we take out, when we look at our families as a whole, and we take out our family members that have criminal issues. So let's say, no, families with criminal issues, scoot you over here. Families with mental issues, put you over here. Families who are poor, put you over here. What percentage of our families, of our communities are left that are not at risk at that time, that were not at risk of being sterilized? All I'm saying at this point is these, and I'm going to share some of the history on eugenics and its startup in Indiana. All I can say at this point is, and I've lost my thought. Basically, yeah, at this point, I'm cautious about who. First of all, I don't even follow Black Lives Matter. I don't even subscribe to Black Lives Matter. I don't subscribe to George Floyd. I don't subscribe to I Can't Breathe. I don't subscribe to police brutality. I don't subscribe to that stuff. As I'm in life continuing to close out past those posts and videos, when I see them, I have started already yesterday. I will continue to wonder how many of them likes and shares and comments on them videos are from females who've had abortions. This is the topic that should be discussed in place of those. You crying about people who are here, but you wasn't crying for the people for the babies who are not here. You didn't cry for your baby. You didn't really cry for your baby. Because in the thought, this is my thought. Because this is my thought. I can't even have, I won't even have any more children. The thought is this: having more children, having a child, I just don't see how you can talk about other people's children and you killed yours. I don't know. I can't do it. Again, people have stuff to say. Somebody has something to say to me, they'll tell me about it. They'll talk to me about it. Right now, we're going to look at the history of Indiana and this eugenics. You know, those sisters who were forcefully told that they can't have children. Now, this was when I looked to, this was the first link on the results page. And I'm already familiar with the history, so I just grabbed something because I'm just going to do this in brief. Because again, when I come here, I don't want anyone to take guaranteed 100% of what I'm saying. I'm just going to throw out some snippets, some tidbits. I need us all to do our own work. So now I'm about to share this. I see that they would have some of their babies at the top of this damn, you know what I mean? This from what website is this? Oh, IU, Indiana University. So the Indiana, so this is a legacy. This apparently they was celebrating a timeline here. Because these numbers right here end in sevens. 100th anniversary events. In 1907, and this is the project overview. Looks like they just gonna recap a little bit of what I already said. And they have exhibits in here, so I'm curious to see what's on their exhibits, so I'm gonna go there next. In 1907, a new law passed by the state legislature and signed by the governor of Indiana provided for the involuntary, because voluntary would be abortion, involuntary sterilization of confirmed criminals, idiots, confirmed idiot, imbeciles and rapists, although it was eventually found to be unconstitutional. Oh, so the laws can change? So one day abortion can be against the law? One day? It's against the law. It's against divine law today, yesterday, and tomorrow. It's against the law. But when the white man is in your favor, then his laws are okay. He's your friend. But as soon as he says some stuff you don't like, then you want to pick up a damn poster board and a marker, a Sharpie, and hit the streets. Then you got something to say. No. This law is widely regarded as the first eugenic sterilization legislation passed in the world. In the whole world? Okay. In 1927, a revised law was implemented, and before it was repealed in 1974, over 2,300 of the state's most vulnerable citizens were involuntarily sterilized. In addition, Indiana established a state-funded committee on mental defectives that carried out eugenic family studies in over 20 counties and was home to an active Better Babies movement that encouraged scientific motherhood and infant hygiene as routes to human improvement. Hold on. This I didn't know about. I'm about to address this. Hygiene? Hold on. Hygiene for Better Babies movement, as in clean yourself up, and then we won't need the eugenics law. That's how I'm interpreting it. So let's look at what. Let me move this banner. State-funded committee. So the state funded, meaning there's money. So they're paying the committee, state-funded committee. And I'm pretty sure, somebody correct me on this, I'm pretty sure none of us were on that committee. But I also guarantee you anything they learned about hygiene came from us though. But this is another reason to pay their people. You know what I mean? They work hand in hand. Like the utility company and the light bulb manufacturers and the ceiling fan people and the light fixtures in your home. They got where you need like 3 to 6 bulbs to light some shit up. They work hand in hand. They needed a reason to pay their people some money. So they got this committee together. And the committee is for mental defectives that carried out eugenic family studies in over 20 counties and was home to an active Better Babies movement that encouraged scientific motherhood and infant hygiene as routes to human improvement. First of all, we don't need no classes on hygiene for us or our babies. We are the teachers of hygiene. But they paid their people to give us classes on hygiene. Indiana. All right, scrolling on down through here. Evaluate. All right, so they got some books here. A formal apology. Oh, let's look at that. From the Senate and House of Representatives of the 115th Indiana General Assembly. Now, hold on. The state of Indiana can apologize to the mothers that they sterilized. We have women, there are females who at what point will have the opportunity to apologize to their babies that they killed. So, the state of Indiana, they don't feel, they mind is clean, they straight. They apologized. Mothers that killed your babies, when will you see your baby again to apologize? And will an apology clear your mental? Because your apology don't get that child that full life that you took from them. Moving forward. All right, so let's look at this apology. Formal apology. They formal. Indiana's formal. Let's check them out. Up with y'all. Oh, wow. Okay, so this link goes over here to this session. Okay, so we're not gonna look at that apparently, and according to them though, they apologize. Let me see if copy and paste this. Let me see if I can find this in Google search somewhere. Yep, found it. Hold on, y'all. Let me roll. Let's go over here and look. Eugenics G block. Sound like damn prison. G block. Eugenics G block. All right. And okay. Right here, the Senate and House of Representatives of the 115th Indiana General Assembly. So over here, right quick, here goes the picture. It's a picture of what we read earlier. And hold on. This is the State House right here I mentioned. So right behind on this side of this is the North Center Government Center. Either way, back to this apology. Issued a Senate concurrent resolution that resolved the following. Section 1, that the Indiana General Assembly hereby expresses its regret over Indiana's role in the eugenics movement in this country and the injustices done under eugenics law. Okay, so it wasn't just in Indiana. If you didn't know, this was in the country. This was across the country. But I speak of Indiana because I'm here. I've been here. I worked in the government North Center when I worked at the Department of Revenue. So I walked, depending on where I parked at, I walked by this sign before I went into work. And I know exactly where it's at because one day I stopped and I read that sign. And I was disgusted. I felt sick. Sick to my stomach. I couldn't imagine them pulling me out of my house and putting me on some table in some strange room. And then I come up out of the anesthesia and I'm sore down here. No, and just no longer can have babies. Well, I can't have babies. Y'all know how many, while we talking about are people who not here because these mothers have killed their babies, there are a ton of us that's not here right now just based on the state made a decision that, oh, you got dumb people in your family. You got crazy people in your family. You got poor people in your family. You got criminals in your family. We have family members. This is nationwide. We have family members that are not here right now because the state that they were in decided. They made the decision. Either way, moving on. Section 2, that the General Assembly urges the citizens of Indiana to become familiar with the history of the eugenics movement in the belief, okay, we want to believe now, that a more educated and enlightened population will repudiate, is that how you say that? Repudiate the many laws passed in the name of eugenics and object any such laws in the future. So this is on the belief of more educated and enlightened. Just a belief. Belief systems fail. So in the event that the state of Indiana deems, this is how I'm reading it, that the population is not as educated as they think they should be, and or not as enlightened as they think they should be, that they will start sterilizing us again. That's how I'm reading that. It's a belief system. They believe that and who's to say that the education level that they said needs to be reached, we've done that. And who says that the level of enlightenment that they says need to be obtained has been obtained? For it to not even be on their table approaching the table right now to be a law, we don't know. Now, I brought up eugenics because of this. There was a time when mothers, I don't even know the effects of eugenics because I wasn't there. It didn't happen to me. But I know from what I've seen that there were people who protested it. I'm pretty sure people protested. You know, people come in my house. I have 4 grown daughters. If motherfuckers knocked on my door and talking about they about to take any one of my daughters and go cut and chop on her, and she can't have no babies, we fighting. They ain't even gonna we fighting. We're fighting on that day and any day after that. So then I would have been a criminal. I would have been crazy. And I'd have been poor because I've been spending all my money, funds, and resources on it not happening. The state of Indiana, it'd have been a messed up event. Now, however, I don't know what was going on in Mississippi, but that's where my family from, in Kentucky. I wouldn't even hear. Only came by way of here because my daddy's side of family came from Kentucky and end up here, and my mama's side was from Mississippi and end up here. In brief, in part, it'd have been some problems. I'm just saying, it'd have been some problems for real. The hell, I'm looking for these images because I want to share this some right quick, and then I'm gonna get out y'all space because I know it's about dinner time for some people. It's time to eat and stuff. And we talking about protests. And I know that this happened. And here goes the picture I wanted to share. So while we got people out here again, and right quick before I leave, you want to come up here and speak? Come on. The link is in the description. Y'all come up here and talk to me, talk to everybody. All right. So, you know, where is it at? We got this picture. Now, we can look at just the image and it's kind of dated. And this is from a North Carolina article, and it's addressing the sterilization of mothers. And the article in section it violates. And apparently it was up for a vote because this poster board says vote no on the House bill. Vote no. So I know if they voted. Hold on, they're doing it right now with that, what shop Georgia they are trying to get 3 gym. These people is crazy because apparently, yeah, this didn't happen. It's just continuing. So like I said, they decide, such as in Indiana, that we're not of a certain education status or level of enlightenment, because that's what their apology. Their apology has terms and conditions. That's not an apology. Y'all know what? And I've talked to people about leaving these states, and they be like, why? And I'll be like, it's trash. There are times when we go through things, and I'm gonna work on closing out here. And I'm addressing these females who get these abortions at the same time as I'm speaking about me leaving these states. And sidebar adjacent to this conversation, there are the people who come here from other countries. And I'm like, why you come here? And they like XYZ. And I was like, And they ask me what I think. I'm like, well, I'm on my way out of here. Oh, why are you leaving? The place so great. Okay, you go ahead. Now addressing my leave here and the mothers who kill their babies. There are times when we are in certain places in life for a reason. And then when that reason has expired, you are supposed to move on, move forward. I was born here in these states, and so were a great deal of my family members before me. And at some point though, because again, we weren't always here in Indiana, which means we move, we make moves. And many of you, all of you, many of you, your families did the same thing. There is a time and a place for everything, my mother would say. I am supposed to be here for a certain amount of time, and then I'm supposed to move on, move forward. Mothers Your baby is supposed to be inside of you for a certain amount of time. And then we move on and we move forward. Abortion is a step backwards. Eugenics is around every corner. And as soon as eugenics resurfaces, then people want to pick up their damn poster boards and their markers. And some of them would be the females who killed their babies and be walking around looking like this. How do you have a voice? Where did your voice come from? You have no voice. Your voice went away with your baby when you killed it. You have no say. Your say went away when you killed your baby. One more thing. When women kill their babies, it's a problem. They go to jail. It's not lawful to kill your babies. Your living baby, they've been here a few days or so, a few hours. You can't on your own kill the baby. But if you go and get assistance, it's legal. You can kill your baby with assistance. Eugenics is around the corner. If you killed your baby, you have no voice, you have no say. They both went away with your baby. That is my piece today. For the record, I need to speak my piece. For the record, I do not support abortions. For the record, it sickens me. I'm sick, feeling sick right now. But at the same time, I am here because how I feel is no comparison to how the baby felt being pulled apart and disposed of. The word disposed is used in the paperwork here in the state of Indiana. Disposed of. So who am I to cry and whine about how I feel, how this make me feel sick addressing this topic when it's entire babies being pulled from their mothers, killed and disposed of? Karmic Dynasty, how dare you? How dare you talk about you feel sick to your stomach? Deal with it. Keep addressing the damn topic and move forward. I appreciate you all being here today. And this is I Am My Sister's Keeper series. And today I addressed the abortions, the hypocrites of such. And I will continue to address things as needed. As we know, I'm known for busting up all lies. I don't care who you are on this abortion issue. I don't care who you are. I'm going to talk about you. I talked about you today, and I'll talk about you some more if I need to. Peace to everyone. I appreciate you all being here. Sheila, I appreciate your feedback as well, and everyone else that was here. And I will see you all, if not before Saturday. I will see you Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to talk to you all about my upcoming events and more in detail, because I've been generally speaking on them, and I realize I need to give more information on them. So I'll be doing that the next 2 Saturdays at 2 p.m. That's the planned time right now. And I will be speaking to you all then. And I'm rambling because I'm feeling some kind of way right now. So again, I will see you all shortly. Peace to all of you, and I appreciate you.